Hi everyone, and welcome to this video on utilizing columns and changing your page layout within Google Docs. Now, for many of us, we utilize Google Docs as just a straightforward word processing tool, but there's a lot of really great features that you may be familiar with from utilizing these in Word. So I'm going to start with one that a lot of folks like to use is columns. So under format, you can see here that you have the option for columns, and this is where you can change your page. So if you've ever been frustrated by tabbing over and trying to get two different columns or three columns, or as you can see, there's even more options. You can set up your own on a page, then this is where you want to go. So I'm going to set up a quick 2-column because maybe I want to have students do a sort with nouns. And I do have to go all the way down to my bottom for it to carry over. And then verbs. But you see how it's equally spaced. And up here on my ruler, you can see where my column width lies. So I can then manipulate those 2 columns to be, but they'll be equally spaced, and I'll have to worry about using the tab key, which is really nice. Another great one that I often use, because sometimes you don't need it to be a letterhead or you want to change it a little bit, is over here under File, there's the page setup. It's towards the bottom. But here's some great things you can do. You can actually set up any Google Doc as a landscape. You can change the size. So if you have a different size paper that you want to utilize when you're creating things on a Google Doc, you can do this. You can also change the margins. So especially if I'm creating something that I want students to use, I want to use up all the space I can. I do not care about 1-inch margins, so I might take them all down to 1/2 inch. You can also change the page color. So if you didn't want it to be white, but you wanted it to really stand out, you can then change that color to be any color you want to. And you can even customize it if you prefer. I'm going to say OK. And so let's see how that changed out. So I had too many spaces. I can bring this back up. But notice that even in my landscape view here and my page setup, that I still have my columns. But some of these things might really help you out when you're creating things within Google Docs. And this formatting will stay throughout the next page as well. So what I mean by that is if I enter, I've got all my nouns and verbs here, and I want to go to my next page, the same format's going to continue on. It's going to be in landscape. It'll have my 2 columns, and it will be that same page color. So hopefully you got some really great little tips and tricks here for how to utilize page layout and columns within Google Docs.